let's talk about the 10 basic duties, what they are. And if we have time, we'll talk about some ethics hypotheticals, some ethical dilemmas. So the first one is conflict of interest. What's the duty insofar as it pertains to mediators regarding conflict of interest? How would you define the duty?
Not preferring one party over the other.
Okay, well that might go to impartiality. That I suppose it would be a conflict of interest if you subjectively favored, one party then.
If one of the parties is your sister or relative, and you're trying to mediate her and her husband, your brother-in-law's
So if you have a
family relation,
personal relationship,
relationship.
Or a financial interest.
Or financial interest, some kind of professional connection perhaps. Now, Charles and I were partners at Hill & Barlow. If Charles called me up and said, I've got a case that needs mediating, some lawyer who wasn't a Hill & Barlow partner is on the other side, can I mediate that case?
With disclosure.
With disclosure, right. So always make a full disclosure, always err on the side of disclosure, even if it's something that you don't think it's important. I was mediating a divorce, still am mediating this divorce, and I happened to look up the guy's website. He sent me an email, and so now I had his business website. I clicked on it, looked at it, discovered he not only went to the same college I went to, but as far as I could tell, was in my class. I don't recall meeting him. His name wasn't familiar to me. My class was probably about 800 people, more or less. And so at the next mediation session, I made that disclosure. It was completely irrelevant to anything. But what if the wife had found out after the mediation was over that we were college classmates? That might have given her a way to, challenge the agreement, sue me, whatever. So not only should one err on the side of disclosure, but I think nowadays we have some duty to actually look things up a little bit. And I put in the agreement to mediate. Here's my information, my resume. You can find it on our website. And I'm asking the parties to look at it and tell me if they know it. But how many of you, if you get a new case, whether it's mediation or representing a client, Google the person? Yeah, okay, a lot of you do that. I think that's a smart thing to do. It's sort of information in the public domain, easily accessible. There may even come a time when it might be considered negligent not to do that. I don't think we've reached that point yet, but you could. In any event, boiled down to its essence, personal, professional, financial interest, err on the side of disclosure. Competence and professional roll down. What's the ethical issue there? What's the duty with regard to competence and observing professional roll downs? How would you define that context of mediation?
I don't understand the question.
Okay. So, and you may not be the only one, so I'm glad you spoke up. So mediators have a duty not to perform some other professional service. So in the middle of the mediation, it might start saying, well, I think that you've got an undiagnosed mental illness here that we ought to talk about. It's across the professional roll boundary line, right? And if Derek says, well, I appreciate your exchanging the financial information. I see a way that you could be saving some money on your taxes, and actually you should be paying more. But it raises an interesting question. There may be some limits to the principle that you don't cross that line, because if you notice something that the parties, are going to be in big trouble if someone doesn't point this out to them, some gaping hole in their tax returns, or you see somebody who really is right on the line between lack of capacity to participate, mediators frequently have to, whether they're health professionals or financial professionals, have to think about what resources do the parties need. What kind of referral can I make? I'm not going to be the accountant. I'm not going to be the therapist. I'm not going to be the lawyer. But I can help the parties identify things that they